Welcome, Gemini, to your June 2021 reading, and thank you so much for tuning in. If this is the first time you've tuned into my reading, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this reading, or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Don't worry if you don't hear from me straight away. I get back to everybody who subscribes and asks a question. Now, happy birthday for all you Geminis born in June. And I'll tell you what, Gemini, this is looking like a very significant month for you. Out of the 8 cards that you've got here, the tarot cards, 4 of them are major arcana cards, and these are cards that talk about significant life events. So I feel like there's some definitely some significant things happening, and there is an absolute theme coming through for you in this reading, and it is talking about endings in a big way, and putting a part of your life that was perhaps quite burdensome, letting that go and creating your new future here. And your reading starts out with the 10 of Wands, and this is quite oppressive, heavy, burdensome energy. And a lot of you may have been feeling that you've been struggling a little bit when it comes to work. Perhaps there's been things that have been quite stressful. You have been working quite hard to get some stuff done, and because you're really working hard, and this can actually take a toll on your health, and it may have been taking a toll on your health here, Gemini. And you know, when you get that 10 of Wands in a reading and you've been it's all about work, and getting the job done and stresses that come from that, you aren't leaving much time in your life for play. And this is really challenging. And this is one of those cards that a lot of people get when they're a single parent, for instance, where they're working all day, then they're coming home and they're looking after the kids, or they're then going and studying at night, or then having to clean the house, cook the dinner. It's that kind of energy as well. And if you're not in that position, it just can be talking about a lot of hard work, long hours, and stressful burdens that you've been carrying. But this is coming to an end, Gemini, absolutely. And the messages are coming through, as I said at the beginning, in a few cards here. And I feel this is going to be happening quite quickly. It's going to be almost like a change that just swiftly comes in. And, you know, just as I mentioned for a few of you, just be careful if you are still in this cycle of, working too hard, working long hours. You really need to be careful, because this can talk about health problems that are created by overwork, overstress. So try and take some time off, reduce that workload if you can, just delegate tasks to other people, get help and assistance from other people if you are still in that position. But as I said, I'm seeing an ending here. That universe card right beside it, which is the World card, and this is that moving on to the next level. You've done that hard work, you've pushed through, you've done the long hours, and for a lot of you in your career, this is moving on to something bigger and better. And this can even talk about moving home, moving to a new city. You might even be changing jobs altogether here, Gemini. But this is a card of enlightenment as well. You are really, you're following your own evolution here. You're moving on to the next level. And you've got this clarity about where it is you want to go, what it is you want to do. And it's allowing you to lay out the path in which you want to go. And, you know, this is reflected in the Magician card, which you have there, or the Magnus card in this particular deck. But this is an ending here that is also reflected in the Death card. And this often is quite a misunderstood card with a lot of negativity associated, but it's not. It's an ending, it's a release. You are able to release this stuff that you've been carrying, these heavy burdens, these worries. It's over in June, Gemini, and I love this for you. This situation that you're in, this burdensome situation, it doesn't serve you anymore, and it is time to move on. And, you know, you don't have to, although you've got the Knight of Swords there, you don't have to rush, but it's, you can actually take your time and work through this. And you can even reach out to your family and friends to help you, because it may feel like a bit of a loss for some of you. You have been so used to carrying this burden. You've been so used to struggling and working through. You feel like something's missing, but it's not, Gemini. This is so good for you. And this is also a time where you can face your fears about a lot of stuff that you are releasing. You are in complete control of your future. And again, this is another card that talks about spiritual insights, personal transformation. And the Magician card, you have all the tools you need, Gemini. You are the one controlling where your life is going right now. You can pull together everything that you need. You've got the tools there, guys and girls. You can do this. And I'm seeing just wonderful stuff that you are creating as well. And as I mentioned, the Knight of Swords that you've got there, this is ridiculously speedy moving energy. This is like a whirlwind. And even though things have been seeming like they've been stuck and going nowhere, when that Knight of Swords comes in, it's done and dusted. You are moving, and moving quickly. And, you know, sometimes when the Knight of Swords there comes in, it can make you feel a little bit off balance, because things are happening so fast that you it's difficult to think through all of your choices. But it is important. You don't have to rush. As I mentioned, with the energy of that Death card, you don't have to rush into things. You can take your time. You can control how everything is happening. You know, that energy of the Magician there, you are the one casting the spell and creating what it is that you want. Now, when the Knight, because swords are mental, talks about your thoughts, your mind, your intellect. Use your intellect a lot. You are an air sign, Gemini, and you are quite comfortable in that energy of the Knight of Swords. And use your intellect here while making decisions rather than emotions, which I think you're good at anyway. Now, you've got the Eight of Cups, and this is that card that talks about you, again, it talks about change, and a change that you know has to happen. And it's like you are going in another direction, but it's fully your own choice here, the direction that you're going with. And you're feeling a little bit restless. You know, that energy of the Knight of Swords is kind of leaving you feeling a little bit restless, like things have got to move. Come on, let's go, that kind of stuff. But you're looking for something a little bit more meaningful, and you want to have a life that rewards you emotionally and spiritually as well as intellectually. And, you know, I feel like for a lot of you, you can be feeling a little bit of sadness because this is an ending to a part of your life that you've become so accustomed to. But that doesn't mean that it's not the right it's not the right decision. You know, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't close the door on a part of your life. And you know, it's in a way it's necessary to do this because you know what you're meant to be deep down inside. You know what you're meant to be doing deep down inside. Now, this is just a message for some. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and let the other stuff go. But I feel like a lot of you may be having a little bit of resistance there. It could be the fact that you know, it's hard to do it and you're just like, putting it off, that kind of stuff. And this is going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you in that energy of the Hangman right beside it. But for the majority of you, I feel like you are on the move in June. You are making those changes. You are saying goodbye to a part of your life that has served you well up to now, but now you are moving on. And the Hangman there, I'm feeling like this is how you were feeling, stuck, not going anywhere, and this is coming to an end as well. Now, for a lot of you, you are going to be looking at things from a completely different perspective, and this is going to really bring such joy, such happiness, such success into your life. And you are, by using this way, by using the energy of that Hangman, by looking at things from a different perspective, and the energy of the Magician with all the tools you need, you are going to create the future that is right for you. And just because other people don't agree or don't see things the way you do, that doesn't matter. You do what is best for you, Gemini. This is exactly the position that you are supposed to be in. You're going in the right direction, and you are in control. What better position can you want to be in? Now, the Six of Pentacles there, this is just a lovely energy again. You know, all of the challenges that you've had are falling away when you get this card, and what's left is abundance and generosity as well. This can talk about an inheritance. So for some of you, there could be an ending that perhaps someone in your family has passed away and gone into spirit, and you are getting an inheritance here. But again, general reading, so take what resonates. Now, this is also an increase in salary. You know, you could have done the hard work, you could have put in all of those long hours, and now you are being promoted. You're getting an increase in salary, and you're being rewarded for the outstanding work that you have done. Now, this can talk also about paying off debts. If you have been putting in those extra hours to get the overtime, you're paying off the debts. You know, people could be also repaying you money that is owed to you, or repaying you in a favor. And it's almost like there's an elimination of obligations here when you get that Six of Pentacles card. It really is a card of gratitude and charity. So you might as well be in a position where you are able to help other people, and you are being quite charitable as well, doing some charity work in June. But the Six of Pentacles there is the universe providing you more than what you need almost. It's you are going to be in a really good position here financially, and I do see, like I said, I do see for some of you giving back to the community, you giving back, whether it's with your time, with your money. Somehow there's this beautiful sense of giving and gifts both to you and to others here. So this leads us to your final card, Gemini, that savoring pleasure. And what a beautiful card. Just look at it. That bath of bubbles there with roses and wine and perfume all around it. I absolutely love this card as well. This is just, it's bliss. And the affirmation for this card is, I fully embrace bliss in my life. So say that over and over to yourself in June. Now, the meaning of this card is, fill your life with people, experiences, and places that bring you delight and joy. Live deliciously. Release the need to be practical in all situations. Surround yourself with beauty and sumptuous pleasures. The universe wants you to know you're not meant to solely work hard and be dutiful and diligent. Life should be lived abundantly and fully. Give yourself permission to be happy and experience profound gratification. Embrace pleasure whenever you can. Create personal environments that fill you with deep satisfaction. Cherish your friendships. Love often and deeply. Allow your senses to be satiated. See, hear, taste, touch, and feel the beauty within and around you. Drink well, eat well, and dance into the early hours of the morning. That is beautiful, Gemini, and it fits in perfectly with this message. You have been working so hard to get the life that you want, and now is the time to release that part of your life and enjoy life, savor life. Let all of that burdensome energy, oppressive energy go, and embrace bliss into your life, Gemini. So I hope you have a wonderful month, and I hope you tune in next time. Bye.